Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dunwich Legacy. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, today we are going to be playing Scenario 2 of the Dunwich Legacy, the Miskatonic Museum. Last time, we came from Miskatonic University in extracurricular activity, and Zoe was defeated. She did take one mental trauma, but we did manage to rescue the students. So hopefully all of that will be fine. If you want to watch that video, you can watch it right here. With that out of the way, we can begin with some investigator setup. Let's start with some opening hands. So Zoe is going to draw her 5 cards. They're going to be Lucky, the 45 automatic, Prepared for the Worst, and Zoe's Cross. That's pretty good. I think I'm actually going to keep the Lucky and the Weapon and get rid of these two. And then let's see what else we get. We get a Safeguard. That's pretty good. And a Guard Dog. That's also very good. All right, Rex, let's have you draw. You're going to draw Dr. Mylan, Jeremiah Kirby, Deduction, Delve Too Deep, and a Lucky Cigarette Case. Well, that's pretty good. I think we'll keep... You know what? We're actually going to start with Jeremiah. Hopefully... Actually, we can keep them both. And we'll also keep the Lucky Cigarette Case. And then we'll have us draw, not that. Burning the Midnight Oil. And another Delve Too Deep. All right, interesting. All right, well, that is their opening hands. We can now begin with the story. Several months ago, Armitage and his colleagues stopped a rampaging horror from tearing through Dunwich, a backwater town several hours north and west of Arkham. At first, you imagine this beast as a rabid bear, or worse, but the professor's description of the creature paints a different picture. It all began when a man named Wilbur Whatley entered the Orne Library looking for Alaus Wormius's Latin translation of a book called the Necronomicon. Wilbur already possessed a beaten-up English translation by Dr. John Dee, but it was insufficient for his purposes. Armitage turned the man away, fearing what use the strange man had for the book. Whatley returned in secret, hoping to steal the book, but was attacked by a hound guarding the university. Armitage, Rice, and Morgan later discovered Whatley's body, a description of the foul corpse, semi-anthropomorphic and covered in fur, with a leathery hide and greenish-gray tentacles. Causes you to question whether or not Whatley was truly human. Check campaign log if Dr. Henry Armitage was kidnapped. Nope. If the investigators rescued Dr. Henry Armitage, yes. Skip to part 2. My colleagues and I were quick to put the ordeal behind us, Armitage says with a sigh, but it seems that things haven't fully resolved themselves. I'll tell you the rest later, but for now, it is imperative that we get our hands on that copy of the Necronomicon. If my instincts are correct, the assailants you encountered will be searching for it. After all that transpired, I didn't feel safe keeping it at the library, so I brought it to my good friend Harold Walstead. He is the current curator of the Miskatonic Museum. I thought it would be safe in the museum's restricted hall. But now I'm not so sure. You must retrieve it at all costs. I fear terribly what they could do with the rights contained in its pages. Proceed to setup. Alright. Gather all cards from the following encounter sets. The Miskatonic Museum, Bad Luck, Sorcery, The Beyond, Chilling Cold, and Locked Doors. These sets are indicated by the following icons. Alright, I will go grab those and be right back. Alright, so we have Miskatonic Museum, Cursed Luck, Sorcery, The Beyond, Chilling Cold, and Locked Doors. Let's just get these all together. Alright. Put one of the 2 administration office locations and one of the 2 security office locations into play at random. Remove the other versions of administration office and security office from the game. Then put the museum entrance and museum hall locations into play. Each investigator begins play at the museum entrance. All right, so let's get these out here. Here's our agenda. Here is our act. So museum entrance, museum halls. We have 2 security offices, 2 administration offices. All right, so I'm just gonna randomly shuffle these and then we'll randomly choose one. I really don't know which is which. All right, let me get these dice out. All right, so For the security office, odd is the first one, even is the second one. So even, we'll do the second one. Remove the other one from the game. Same thing for the administration office. 5, so that's the first one. Okay, so let's move these up. Game. Get some location connectors. These are connected here. Okay, that's so far all we have. Oh, and these ones are one way. Interesting. Okay. Each investigator begins play at the museum entrance. Set the 6 exhibit hall locations aside as a separate exhibit deck. To do this, perform the following. Shuffle the exhibit hall restricted hall and two other random exhibit hall locations together to form the bottom 3 cards of the exhibit deck, unrevealed side face up. Then, place the other 3 exhibit hall locations on top in a random order. All 6 cards of the exhibit deck should be showing only the unrevealed side so that the players do not know which exhibit hall is the exhibit hall restricted hall. Makes sense? So here are all 6 exhibit halls. Here is the restricted hall. So we take this. We randomly choose 2 of these. All right, so I'm going to roll. 1 is on top and 5 is the bottom. So 4 is here. Then from 1 to 4, 1. Okay, so then these ones get mixed up. Okay, so these are the bottom 3 cards, and then these ones are also randomly put on top. Okay. Set those over there. Set the following cards aside out of play. Harold Walstead, Adam Lynch, the Necronomicon allows Wormian's translation, and Shadow Spawned. So those are those 2 people, Necronomicon and Shadow Spawned. Harold Walstead, Adam Lynch, Necronomicon, Shadow Spawn. Cool. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck, and the Void. Some cards in this scenario reference an area called the Void. The Void is an out-of-play area next to the Act and Agenda deck, which the Hunting Horror enemy can enter and leave via card effects. While the Hunting Horror is in the Void, it is considered out of play and cannot be affected by player cards or investigator actions. Alright, so that is the setup. I will shuffle these together as well as our player decks, and then we can begin in just a moment. Alright, we are now ready to begin. Restricted access. Dr. Armitage has given the university's Latin translation of the Necronomicon to his associate, Harold Walstead, the curator of the Miskatonic University Museum. Worried that someone might still be after the book, you have gone to the museum to recover it. Forced, when Hunting Horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawned to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawned if it is already attached. 5 Doom Threshold. Finding a way inside. Unfortunately, the entrance to the museum is kept locked at this late hour. A security guard is visible through the building's front windows, oblivious to his surroundings. Perhaps you can find a way to get his attention and convince him to let you in. 2 clues to advance. We are playing on standard difficulty. We have 2 skulls, which is a -1, -3 instead if the Hunting Horror is at your location. We have 1 cultist, which is a -1. If you fail, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and the Void for Hunting Horror and spawn it at your location if able. We are starting at the museum entrance. The Miskatonic Museum is an opulent and stately building, supported by expeditions funded by the university. Its sizable collection of exotic artifacts, curios, and art has drawn visitors from all over the country. 3 Shroud, 2 clues. Investigators at the museum entrance cannot gain resources. As an action, resign. How important can a book really be anyway? As you approach the museum, you draw your coat tighter around your body to keep the wintry air away. The full moon drapes the building in ominous bright moonlight. Spooky. 2 clues. Here. All right. And the museum halls, I should read this. The entrance to the museum halls is locked. You cannot move into the museum halls. Museum entrance gains as an action test Combat 5 to attempt to break down the door to the museum. If you are successful, immediately advance to Act 1B. So, I want to try that if I can. Does Rex have any commits for her? No. We do have a lucky. Would it be wise to commit this guard dog? The guard dog might be good. Okay, well, Zoe's going to go first. She's going to commit this guard dog. Yeah, because Zoe's cross is going to be very good against the hunting horror when it keeps coming back, I think. So we were testing 5 to 5. We do have a lucky, so we're -2 or better. -1. All right, so we will use a lucky to pass. And that costs 1 resource. All right, and we advance. Gaining entrance. If the investigators spent clues to advance. Nope. If the investigators successfully perform the action ability on the museum halls to advance. With great strength, you break down the door to the museum, making considerable noise as you do. The security guard sees you enter, cries out in fear, and rushes towards the back of the museum. The door leading into the museum halls is broken. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2A, breaking and entering. So, let us reveal the museum halls. 2 shrouds, 0 clues. Museum halls is connected to each copy of Exhibit Hall. As an action, investigators in the museum halls spend 1 per player clues as a group. Put the top card of the exhibit deck into play unrevealed. All right, so now these are connected like this. And then we go to breaking and entering. So we don't need on the museum. The Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. Objective: if an investigator enters the exhibit hall restricted hall, advance. All right. So that was Zoe's first action. Her second and third actions will be to play Zoe's cross and a safeguard for a total of 3 resources. All right, Rex, you are going to play Jeremiah Kirby for 4 resources. You are going to name odd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we get. That is odd, and that is odd. All right. So pretty good. All right. Now Rex is going to investigate. He's going to commit a search for the truth. He doesn't need it. And so he's going 4, 5 plus 3 is 8 to 3. It is a -1, so we will succeed by enough to get both clues. Then his third action will be to move to museum halls. Zoe will safeguard along with them. All right, there are no enemies. Let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw her sledgehammer. Actually, that's not bad. Yeah, sledgehammer is pretty good. Rex will draw a burning the midnight oil. We'll gain a resource. Checking his hand size, he has 6 cards. All right, we are 1 doom out of 5. Zoe will draw Passage into the Veil. Revelation, test 3 willpower. This test has +2 difficulty if the hunting horror is at your location. If you fail, you must either discard the top 5 cards of your deck or take 1 direct damage and deal 1 damage to each of your ally assets. So she is testing 4 to 3. That is a -1. She passes. Rex will draw Beyond the Veil, of course. All right, so Rex needs to worry about drawing more cards. That has Surge, of course, and now he has a Curse Lock. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Rex is going to take an action. Actually, Zoe might want to do it for him. Yeah. Zoe is going to go first. She is going to take an action to spend 2 clues from Rex. Put this museum. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to look at it. I did not look at it. This exhibit hall into play. These are connected, of course. Yeah. Then she's going to gain a resource and then play her sledgehammer. That is her turn. Rex's turn. He is going to move. Zoe's going to safeguard with him. It is the nature exhibit. 4 shroud, 2 clues. After you enter this location, discard 2 cards from your hand at random. Nothing about this exhibit is natural. Victory 1. Okay, well, Zoe's going to lose her gun then. And Rex... If Rex loses some Delve Too Deeps, I'll be a little sad. We need XP. It's a bear. Okay, let's roll this. 1 to 6. 1 is on the right. 1. Only 5 cards left. Again. Okay, keep rolling 6s. 1. Okay. So what did we lose? Burning the Midnight Oil and 1 Delve Too Deep. All right, that's a little sad, but we'll live. All right, Rex is now going to investigate. He is 4 to 4. That's tough. That is tough. I think he's going to commit both of these. Yeah, Dr. Milan and Burning the Midnight Oil to go 6 to 4. That's a -2. So we will pass, but we do not succeed by 1 or 2. That's unfortunate. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw a guts, and we'll gain a resource. Rex will draw a magnifying glass. That's good, and we'll gain a resource. We are now 2 out of 5 doom. Zoe will draw another cursed luck. Rex will draw Stalked in the Dark. If hunting horror is in play, it readies, engages, and attacks each investigator at your location. Otherwise, Stalked in the Dark gains surge. Passage into the Veil. So this will deal 1 damage to Jeremiah. I'm okay with that. And the hunting horror is not here. So he is currently 2 to 3. We could try and get rid of this. Yeah, we're going to commit the Lucky Cigarette case. And Zoe's going to commit her guts to get +3. So he is 5 to 3 now. Ooh, that's a -4. We do fail. He's going to take a damage, and also Jeremiah takes damage. That's unfortunate. All right, Rex, you're going to fast out this magnifying glass. So now he's at 4, 5, 6, 5 to 4. +1. Oh, we succeed by 2. So we get a clue. And then we also get rid of Curse Luck. Second action will be to move back. Zoe will safeguard with him. Third action, he will spend 2 clues. Put out another exhibit hall. All right, Zoe's turn. What is Zoe going to do? She's not really doing much. I think she'll scout out this new exhibit hall. 2 Shroud, 2 clues. After you fail a skill test while investigating this location, discard an asset you control. This is the Medusa exhibit. Who would immortalize such a terrible fate? Also victory 1. Okay, Zoe is definitely not getting any clues here then. She will draw a card. Brand of Cthulhu. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, then she will gain a resource. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw a vicious blow. That's pretty good. Rex will draw a deduction. That's also pretty good. All right, we are 3 doom out of 5. Zoe will draw ephemeral exhibits. Test 3 intellect. If you fail, lose 1 action for each point you failed by. She is 2 to 3, huh? Yeah, okay. -2. She will lose all 3 of her actions. Rex will draw an obscuring fog at the museum halls. That's totally okay. All right, so Zoe's turn is over. Hilarious. All right, Rex is going to move in here. He is investigating at a 4, 5, 6 to 2. Let's do it. Okay, those are not connected. That's a -4. So he only succeeds by 0. And then he will investigate again. It's an elder sign. He will not fail. You'll get a clue. All right, that is their turns. Upkeep. Zoe will draw another vicious blow and gain a resource. Rex will draw a strange solution. That's pretty good. Okay, we are 4 of 5. Zoe will draw passage into the veil again. Totally fine if she takes this. She is 3 to 3 with the cursed luck. -1. She fails by 1. She will take a damage. No problem. Yeah. Rex will draw a locked door. Location with the most clues. So that is nowhere. So, right, but most clues includes 0 clues. So let's put it at the freaking museum entrance. I got really lucky there. Wow. Okay. So, Rex will move here. Back here. Zoe will safeguard along with him. Rex will then spend 2 clues. And he will put a 3rd exhibit hole into play. That's his turn. Zoe. Well, Zoe's going to play the Brand of Cthulhu for 2. And I really do not want to move on. That has 9 charges. 2 3s. Zoe will draw a card, a lightning gun, and we'll draw another card. Guard dog. Okay. All right, that is their turns. Let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw a taunt. Gain a resource. Rex will draw preposterous sketches, and we'll gain a resource. All right, so we are advancing. A creature of the void. From the shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine, and propelled by black leathery wings. If the hunting horror is in play, no. If the hunting horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and the void for hunting horror, and spawn it in the museum halls if able. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. All right, so hunting horror, where are you? There you are. It spawns in the museum halls, and then the discard pile gets shuffled in. 8, 9, 10. All right. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because the text on the next agenda isn't active yet, this one just gets spawned. It doesn't get a copy of Shadow Spawned attached to it. So that's good. It spawns here. It is a 2 fight, 3 health, 2 evade, monster elite, hunter retaliate. Forced, at the start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token from the chaos bag. If the revealed token has a skull, cultist, tablet, elder thing, or autofail symbol, ready the hunting horror. When it leaves play, place it in the void. All right, we have a new agenda. Shadows deepen. The shadows in the museum grow and become darker. As the shadows lengthen and shift, they begin to suggest the sinewy body of an uncanny creature darting at the periphery of your awareness. Forced, when hunting horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn if it's already attached. Again, as I said, that was not active when we advanced, so unfortunately it doesn't get attached. It did engage Zoe. Let's see, she'd be at 4, 5, 6, 5 to 2. Yeah, so she will just get a resource off of the thing. She will not use her cross. All right. Zoe's encounter card is a Visions of Futures Past. So willpower, she discards cards for each point she fails by. All right, 4 to 5. Zero, so we fail by 1. So we discard the top card. Oh my god, yes! We discarded the Dendromorphosis. Okay, I'm super excited about that. Rex draws Twist of Fate. Alright, so we reveal a random token. It is a +1. That's a positive number, so nothing happens. Good job, Rex. Okay. I think Zoe's gonna go first, because she probably just wants to kill this thing. Yeah. A little unfortunate, but that's how it goes. She's gonna... So she fights with the sledgehammer. She is 4, 5, 6. -1 is 5 to 2. She's gonna commit the taunt. Tricky. You don't have any fight. Oh, he does have 1, but he's not willing to commit that. Okay. Yeah, let's just commit the taunt. So 4, 5, 6, 7. -1 is 6 to 2. -2. So we succeed by 2. So we get rid of Cursed Luck. We kill the hunting horror, so it goes into the void. I'll put it over here. And that was 2 actions with the sledgehammer. Last action, she's going to move to this new exhibit hall. 3 Shroud 4 clues. After you fail a skill test while investigating this location, lose an action. Sandstone sculptures and bejeweled artifacts from another era clutter this exhibit, like the tomb of an ancient pharaoh. Victory 1. It has 4 clues. Cool. All right, Rex is going to move here. He's going to investigate. He's going to commit a deduction. He has 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. He's also going to commit this preposterous sketches to go 8 to 3. It's a 0, so we succeed by 5. We will get 3 clues with his ability and the deduction. And then he will investigate again as his last action. 4, 5, 6, 6 to 3. All right, let's see it. -1. Succeed by 2 again, but we only get 1 clue. Also, his abilities limit once per round. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw a Drawn to the Flame. That could be pretty good. Gain a resource. Rex will draw Nihilism. Okay, don't draw the autofail. Doom is 1 out of 7. Zoe draws. Arcane Barrier. All right. So this is where it gets tricky. Oh, I should mention also, these two are connected like this. So that's cool. So we've seen the Arcane Barrier before. Super annoying to get out of. Hopefully it should be fine. Rex draws. Crypt Chill. He is 3 to 4. Might just have to lose the magnifying class, unfortunately. Yeah. 3 to 4. Zero. All right, we do fail. We will lose the magnifying glass. Unfortunate. Okay. So Rex needs to get out of here. Is he okay losing the top 5 cards of his deck? Probably. Yeah. He's going to take 2 actions to get rid of Nihilism. Then he's going to try and move up. He needs to test 4 willpower. He is 3 to 4. -2. Yep, we fail. We will discard the top 5 cards of his deck. Deduction. Dr. Milan. Inquiring Mind, and Perception. That's unfortunate. Zoe will safeguard along with him. She needs to test this as well. She is 4 to 4. -2. She will fail also. She'll discard the top 5 cards. Lucky. Overpower. Machete. Taunt. And another machete. That could be worse. She comes with. All right, that is Rex's turn. Zoe's turn. She's going to take 2 actions to spend 4 clues to place 2 exhibit halls. These exhibit halls can be the ones we're looking for. Her third action. Yeah. Third action, play the guard dog. We have an ally now. That's good. All right, let's go to upkeep. Let's move this up here. Zoe will draw Dr. Francis Morgan. Probably would have been a better ally to draw, but, you know, you can't complain. Guts. Rex draws Guts. That's pretty good. Alrighty. So, we are 2 to 7. Passage into the Veil again. Fine. The guard dog can take a damage too. I'm okay with that. She is 4 to 3. Skull, which is a -1 because the hunting horror is not here, so we pass. Rex will draw Slithering Behind You, of course. So, Revelation, if the hunting horror is in play, add a doom to it. If the hunting horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and the void for hunting horror, and spawn it at your location, engage with you, shuffle the encounter deck. So, it spawns here. Now it gets shadow spawned. If I can get it. Where is it? There it is. Shadow spawn. So, shadow spawn. It remains attached to the hunting horror if it enters the void. The hunting horror gets +1 fight, +1 health, and +1 evade for each resource on Shadow Spawn. If there are at least 3 resources on Shadow Spawn, hunting horror also gains massive. So currently it's not doing anything. But if it comes back, it will gain a resource. Okay. Yeah. So let's have Zoe go first. Unless we think that he can evade it. He could just kill it with a strange solution. But no, that's not worth it. Yeah, all right. Zoe will engage the hunting horror, and then will swing with her sledgehammer. She is 4, 5, 6 to 2. This is the double action. Actually, do we want this? Okay, I'm going to play it a little bit risky. First of all, when Zoe engaged the hunting horror, she should have gained a resource. She's going to use that resource to deal with damage to it. And sure, she's gonna. Maybe this is a bad idea. I could try to have him evade. I don't think we're saving too much time on this. So instead of dealing the damage, Zoe will just gain a resource instead because of her ability. She is going to fight with a sledgehammer. It'll just be unfortunate if this happens the way that's going to happen. She is 6-2. Skull, which is a -3. So we will deal 3 damage with the sledgehammer. It is dead and in the void. And that was her turn. Rex, you are going to go to this one. Zoe's also there after she safeguards over. It is the Hall of the Dead. 3 shroud, 4 clues. Forced, after you fail a skill test while investigating this location, take a horror. I need no reminder of my mortality. I know my death is imminent. Victory 1. All right, Rex is going to investigate. He is 5-3. Only 5-3, huh? -4, he fails, so he takes a horror. All right, let's go again. 5-3. +1. All right, we succeed by 2. So he gets 2 clues. All right, that's good. Zoe can get the other 2 clues next turn, so that's good. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw a sledgehammer and will gain a resource. Rex will draw Dr. Henry Armitage and will gain a resource. Henry Armitage is honestly just a nice commit for us right now, I think. Yeah. All right, we are 3 of 7. Zoe draws Visions of Futures Past. She is 4-5. -1, so she fails by 2. She discards the top 2. Prepared for the worst. And her 45 automatic. Could be worse. Rex will draw Crypt Chill, another one. He has a guts. So he's definitely going to commit the guts to go 5-4. He's also going to commit Dr. Henry Armitage to go 7-4. Zero. So he succeeds, so he draws a card off of guts. Quick thinking. That's good. Okay. So here's where it gets risky. Because we know that this or this is the exhibit hall, restricted hall. I don't know which one. So do we risk doing it again, or do we just go there to hopefully get it? Because Zoe can clue, move. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Zoe can take a hit. All right, Zoe's going to play a Drawn to the Flame. So she draws an encounter card. Ephemeral Exhibits. Uh-oh. Do we have any book for her? Okay, I think that's okay if she loses her whole turn, right? Rex can move, do the thing, move, and try to evade. Yeah, okay. All right, so she's testing 2-3. Who knows? Maybe she'll actually maybe she'll actually get some actions back. Who knows? Skull, that's a -1. So we lose 2 actions, so her turn's gonna be over. But then she does get 2 clues. Which I guess isn't terrible. All right, Rex will move here. Oh, these are connected here as well. That's funny. So these are connected like this. Rex moved there. Zoe will safeguard along with him. Then Rex is going to try and do this. He's going to go here. Ah, frick. It's the Athabascan exhibit. 1 shroud, 0 clues. Forced, after you enter this location, lose all of your remaining actions and immediately end your turn. While you are at this location, you get +2 agility. A strange chill fills this hall, as if the climate of the Alaskan wilderness has traveled along with the artifacts on display. No victory. So his turn is done. That could be worse. So we know that this is the restricted hall. That's good. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw another Drawn to the Flame. That's actually pretty good. Gain a resource. Rex will draw an emergency cash. Gain a resource. We really need to find a way to spend this money, huh? There is 4 doom out of 7. Zoe draws another ephemeral exhibit. Oh god, that's so annoying. I really don't want to lose her whole turn. She's gonna commit a Drawn to the Flame. I don't think she needs it. I think she's also gonna commit Dr. Francis Morgan to get +2. So she's 4-4. +1, we succeed. Great. All right, I'm glad I did that. Zoe will draw another. Rex will draw another Beyond the Veil. It does say if there's no copy of an Infinite Era, so you can't have 2, but it does have Surge, of course. Push into the Beyond. All right, so Jeremiah gets shuffled back into his deck. We will discard the top 3 cards. If Jeremiah is discarded, we take 2 horror. All right, discard the top 3. Jeremiah, Guts, and the Magnifying Glass. Okay, well, that's like all of our intellect gone, so we do take 2 horror. Luckily, horror is not the worst thing in the world for him. But we're like running out of intellect boosts. Okay, so I think, yes, Rex is going to move, spend the things, move. And he'll get the Hunting Horror, but then Zoe can just get it off of him. And that's fine. So, Rex moves here. He spends 2 of his clues. Put this one into play. We're going to put it here. We know what it is. Then he'll move there. Zoe will safeguard with him. Of course, it is the Restricted Hall. 3 shroud, 4 clues. While Hunting Horror is at this location cannot be investigated. Exhibit not yet open for viewing. Victory 1. All right. And of course, now that we've entered the Restricted Hall, we advance. The Guard's Fate. When you enter the Restricted Hall, you find the curator of the museum clutching an ornate statue as if it were a club, his suit stained with blood, a panicked expression on his face. The security guard you saw earlier lies in a pool of blood nearby, his intestines strewn about in a grotesque display. Your stomach turns and you resist the urge to vomit. I tried to stop it, but... The curator says quietly, his voice quivering. Whatever did this, it's still nearby. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Harold Walstead asset. So Harold Walstead says... you get +2 intellect while investigating Miskatonic locations. Force, when you lose play, remove him from the game and add a tablet token to the Chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Well, it's going to go to Rex. Search the encounter deck discard pile of the Void in all play areas for Hunting Horror and place it in the Exhibit Hall Restricted Hall. Ready. Advance to Act 3A. So, place it in the Restricted Hall. Yes. So it's going to be here. It has a resource on Shadow Spawn. Now it's here. It can engage either of us, so it will engage Zoe. Zoe will gain a resource and then spend the resource on Zoe's cross to deal a damage. So it has 3 health remaining because of Shadow Spawn. All right, and the last act. Searching for the tome. Somewhere in this area of Olaus Wormius' Latin somewhere in this area is Olaus Wormius' Latin translation of the Necronomicon. You must find it and escape while you can. Objective: if there are no clues remaining on the exhibit hall, advance. That was Rex's last action. So it's now Zoe's turn. Zoe has not lost any actions, right? Because she got a +1. Yeah. Okay. So Zoe will double action fight. Yeah. 6-3. +1, we do succeed. We'll deal 3 damage. The Hunting Horror is now back in the void. She has 1 action left. I guess she'll play the lightning gun. It's just a better version of the weapons we have right now. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw and overpower. That's good. Gain a resource. Rex will draw. Rex's curse, and we'll gain a resource. All right, we are 5 doom out of 7. Zoe draws an obscuring fog. It's a little rough, but I think it should be okay. Rex draws Terror from Beyond. Choose one of the following card types: asset, event, or skill. Each player must discard each card in their hand that is of the chosen card type. We're gonna do asset. So Zoe discards the Sledgehammer. Rex discards the Strange Solution. Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 turns to do this because we have 2 more doom. Okay, is there any more book that we can get? Rex is for sure going to commit this. So we are 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 to 5. Okay, I think that's enough. He has +2 because of Harold Walstead. 7 to 5. Skull, which is a -1. We do have Rex's curse, so we must draw another one. Zero. All right, so we actually succeed by 2 on that. So we get 2 clues. And the obscuring fog goes away. He will investigate again. He has 4, 5, 6 to 3. Skull, which is a -1. He succeeds by 2, but his abilities limit once per round. So he gets. Oh, sorry. I need to Rex's curse again. Okay, Skull again. Okay, we're good. He has 1 action left. Do we do it? We're delving. Of course we are. If this turns out bad, I only have myself to blame. Sorry, we're delving. So, Zoe draws. Stalk in the Dark has Surge. Arcane Barrier, we're not leaving. Totally fine. Rex draws. Passage of the Veil. He can discard the top 5 cards of his deck, I think. Yeah, so he is 3 to 5. Zero, we do fail. Discard the top 5 cards. Emergency Cash. Jeremiah. Shortcut. Strange Solution. I've got a plan. All right, and this delve goes in the victory display. Awesome. All right, that is their turns. Let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw an Emergency Cash. We'll gain a resource. Rex will draw a Shortcut, and we'll gain a resource. All right, we are 6 of 7 doom. Zoe draws, pushes to the beyond, shuffles something into her deck. It'll be this guard dog. And discard the top 3 cards. So we discard, stand together, Emergency Cash, And the guard dog. All right, so we take 2 horror. All right. Rex draws Stalked in the Dark against Surge. Terror from Beyond, asset. No assets, so we're good. Okay, well, we've done everything, I think. So, Rex, let's investigate. We are 4, 5, 6 to 3. Elder Sign. Rex's Curse will cause us to draw again. -1. We succeed. Get this clue. There are no more clues left, so we advance. The Necronomicon. At last, you find the locked case containing the Necronomicon. The tome, over 800 pages in length, is filled with all manner of macabre imagery, formulae, spells, prophecies, and descriptions of creatures from beyond the threshold of space. Without a doubt, it is a dangerous book, but its secrets could be very useful. The investigators must decide, choose one. It's too dangerous to keep around, we have to destroy it, R1. It's too valuable to destroy, we have to keep it, R2. Burn it in the ground. So R1. Absolutely destroy this damn thing. All right. I know it's good for Rex, but whatever. We're going to burn it. Resolution 1. As long as this translation of the Necronomicon exists, there will be sorcerers and other foul agents like Whatley seeking it. In the end, you know what must be done to protect humanity from the threats you've seen. You find a trash bin and fill it with books and documents, throwing the Necronomicon on top. It takes several matches to set the contents of the bin alight. The flames fill the room with heat, and the creeping shadows retreat from its light. You watch the book burn for some time, its pages turning to ash. You can only hope you've made the right decision. In your campaign log, record that the investigators destroyed the Necronomicon. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. So victory for us is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. All right, well, that is this scenario. I'm going to clean up, and then we're going to be talking about upgrades in just a sec. All right, welcome back. So I have decided on our upgrades. Zoe's going to spend 5 experience purchasing her second lightning gun, and then going to spend 1 experience to purchase the level 1 Brand of Cthugha. And we're going to be replacing both sledgehammers with those cards. Sledgehammers, I think they've been working out fine, but I need to move towards non-melee weapons. All right, and Rex is going to spend 6 experience on higher education. This is taboo to be chained to have +3 experience cost. We have so many resources, and we're going to have a lot of card draw, so this is going to be insane. It's the classic Rex build. That's why I'm playing taboo. I have Dr. Mylan, and he exhausts and stuff like that. But hopefully I'll get a Miskatonic archaeology funding or something to be able to play all of our allies to begin with. All right, well, that was that scenario. We did really, really well. We didn't even get to the 3rd agenda, mainly because Rex is freaking bonkers, even with his ability to limit once per round, getting lots of clues. But hopefully, I think we're doing all right. All right, well, next time you can watch me take on the Essex County Express. Until then, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This is SuperFang99, signing off.